Hi everyone, I am Dr. S. Rajeshwari, Assistant Professor, the Department of English, Sri Venkateshwara Arts and Science College, Gopichittipalayam. Now, I would like to share William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, a romantic comedy that continues to enchant audiences more than 400 centuries after it was written. This play blends the theme of love, identity, festivity in a witty and whimsical manner. It's a great example of Shakespeare's mastery in portraying human emotion through both comedy and poetic expressions. Let's dive into the world of Illyria and explore the twists and turns of this delightful play. When we talk about the play, this play was actually written around 1601 to 1602 during an Elizabethan era, and this play is set in the fictional land of Illyria, which gives it a very magical and faraway feel. The title Twelfth Night refers to the 12th night of Christmas, a festival known for its revelry, role reversal, and entertainment. And this festive spirit is at the heart of this play, and we will notice how themes such as disguise, mistaken identity, unrequited love are deeply intertwined, reflecting both humor and emotional complexity. Shakespeare was so good at creating that. And we can also discuss the plot. The plot of this comedy kicks off with the shipwreck that separate twins Viola and Sebastian. Believing her brother is dead, Viola disguises herself as a young man named Cesario for safety, and she enters into the service of Duke Orsino. Duke Orsino is in love with Lady Olivia and sends Cesario, who is actually Viola, to Olivia on his behalf. But Viola falls in love with Cesario, not realizing he is a woman. Meanwhile, Viola herself falls for Orsino, creating a classic love triangle filled with confusion. And the arrival of Sebastian, who is alive and identical to Viola, leads to further mistaken identities and comic mishap. Eventually, everything is resolved with multiple reunions and joyful marriages. It's a story that celebrates both absurdity and beauty of love. Talk about the central figures and supporting figures in this plot. The first main female character is Viola, and actually she disguises as Cesario, who is so intelligent, resourceful, emotionally strong. She navigates the complex situations with grace and humor. Duke Orsino, he is a romantic and emotional man, deeply absorbed in his feelings for Olivia, and he often speaks in a very poetic language. Olivia, and she is mourning her brother's death. In the beginning, we can see she is so reserved character, but quickly she reveals a very passionate and an independent spirit when she falls for Cesario. And Sebastian, who is Viola's twin brother, and he is so brave and kind, and his arrival triggers the play's climax. Malvalio, another male character, and he is Olivia's steward, and he is so proud and self-important. He becomes the target of the cruel prank that serves the both comic relief and social satire. And when we talk about the supporting characters who bring much of humor and energy to the play. Sir Dobby Belch, Olivia's uncle, is hard-drinking, fun-loving character who embodies the festive spirit of Twelfth Night. Maria, actually she is Olivia's maid, and she is so clever and cunning. She masterminds the prank on Malvalio, showcasing her wit. Sir Andrew, Sir Dobby's foolish friend, is another comic character, is constantly failing in his attempt to win Olivia's heart. And then we have Feste, the fool. But don't be misled by the title fool. Actually, Feste is perhaps the wisest character in the play. So through his songs and jokes, he reveals a deeper truth about other characters and the life itself. And we can discuss the theme. And this play, Twelfth Night, explores several rich and timeless themes. The first one is love and desire. Almost every character experiences some form of love, be it romantic, unrequited, or self love. The play critiques how love can make people foolish and blind. Gender and identity. This theme comes into the play through Viola's disguise, and this allows Shakespeare to examine the fidelity of gender roles, a topic that still resonates today. And third is disguise and deception. This creates both conflict and comedy. Characters wear masks both literally and emotionally to navigate the society. Finally, festivity and folly. The entire play is infused with the choitic joy of holiday celebration where rules are broken and social norms are unbended. This spirit of folly helps drive the plot and teaches lessons about freedom, expression, and joy. And we can also see so many comic elements in this play. The comedic toolkit is on full display here. The most obvious element is mistaken identity. Viola and Sebastian, being twins, causes endless confusion and amusement. Wordplay and puns, these are very frequent, especially between characters like Feste and Maria. So this witty language keeps the tone light and engaging. Physical humor is also present in this play. One memorable example is Malvolio in his yellow stockings smiling absolutely in his hope of pleasing Olivia. It is very hilariously awkward, and Shakespeare also satirizes ambition social climbing, especially through Malvolio's delusion of grandeur. So through humor, the play critiques vanity, self-deception, and excessive seriousness. When we look at the language and style of this play, it is so incredibly flexible. So he switches between prose and iambic pentameter depending on the situations. Prose is often used in comedic scenes or by a lower class characters, while verse adds emotional and poetic weight to the romantic moments. Dramatic irony is also playing a key role in this play, and audiences are in Viola's disguise while other characters are clueless, so which creates anticipation and amusement. And Shakespeare also uses symbolism and metaphor, like music symbolizing love, longing. Feste's songs are particularly powerful. They aren't just musical interludes. They offer commentary on the events and hint at deeper meanings, adding a bittersweet tone to the ending. And although Twelfth Night was written over 400 years ago, its themes are still incredibly relevant. So questions of identity and self-expression continue to resonate even in modern discussion about gender, individuality, and performance. And Viola's disguise is a fascinating exploration of how we present ourselves to the world. So the play's romantic mix-up echoes modern romantic comedies. We have all seen movies where the character falls for someone under false pretension. So it has been widely adapted, including the popular film She is the Man, which reimagines the story in a very modern high school setting. Ultimately, Shakespeare reminds us that love, confusion, joy, and discovery are universal emotions that cross generations. Finally, I just want to conclude this play. This play is a very brilliant example of Shakespearean comedy. It contains full of charm, laughter, and insight. It's a play that entertains while also challenging us to think about identity, love, and roles we play in the society. The story ends on a hopeful note with the characters finding joy, connection, and audience left with a sense of celebration. So one of its most famous lines perfectly captures the mood of the play. If music be the food of love, play on. So thank you so much for your patient listening. We will meet again in another presentation.